It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before these two men, Rikishi and Kurt Angle, wear Austin down. Look out! Nobody there.
What's good? What's up, man? It's your boy Flex and Twine, man. This is a good one today. A lot of people been asking me. Shout out to my homeboy Kevin Steyer out there in Stowe, Streetsboro, Aurora area. My boy John Morrow, my boy Cy Gamble. Everybody been saying, you know what I'm saying, do an old school wrestling one. So this one, I came up with so much stuff, this going to have to be broken into 3 parts. And since I'm pressed for time today, we're going to start off with part 1 will be the top 6 scariest wrestlers of all time. Part 2 will be the top 10 best wrestling moves ever. Part 3 will be the top 10 best moments of WWF. Not WWE, WWF. You know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on, F. I don't know when the E came in, but evidently I wasn't rocking with it then. So, it's your boy Flex and Twine. Follow me on Instagram. Follow my drink page on Instagram. Check out my website. And check me out on Facebook at Pound Marvel Gang. Let's get into that first pick. Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious was a tall, stocky, blonde-haired killing machine, and he looked vicious. I think what made him look even scarier, as he kind of looked like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. Bruh. So to me, that made him even more frightening. You know what I'm saying? So he went from Sid Vicious to Sid Justice, but that's just my number 1 pick. Sid Vicious was a scary wrestler. Let's go to that number 2 pick. Mankind. Something about this dude was too Silence of the Lambs-ish. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you got somebody in the arm bar and they be like, they trying to tap. He was the only dude you put him in the arm bar and he'd be squealing like a pig and shit. Like, it was something creepy about that dude. And he took on many other characters. I think Buddy Love, and he was like a schizo. Like, before that movie Split was out, Mankind was the original wrestling Split. So, let's go to that number 3. Big Van Vader. R.I.P. Big Van Vader was like, he had some aura about him. He used to come out to the ring with the big ass metal thing on his, like, you know what I'm saying? Blowing out steam and shit. And he was a big dude, man. He used to pound his opponents, man. And that was the WCW days. Even though they're supposed to be all the way WWF, he was like an honorable mention. I had to throw Big Van Vader in that boy, man. He was a scary person, man. So RIP to that boy. Let's go to the next pick. Shango. Papa Shango was like some Baton Rouge witch doctor or some shit, man. He used to have the skeleton painted on his face with the top hat. And his like special move was the lights are cut off and shit, and then they'll cut back on. He be gone, and you be coughing up jelly and shit with fruit in it and shit. Like he had put a spell on you and shit with some chicken bones and an old Reebok or some shit and pair of balls. I don't know what he was doing, but Papa Shango was definitely a scary individual, man. So let's check out that next pick. Kamala. Man, listen, Kamala was like some East African witch doctor, big fat dude, and he used to have the moon and the star like painted on his stomach and shit. And he won a lot of battles. He won a lot of matches. But the scariest part about him was the interview. Like, when you used to be talking to him, I guess he didn't speak English. So he had like a translator witch doctor, and he'd be like, it'll be Mean Gene Oakland or Gorilla Monsoon, like, hey, you know, so what was your strategy to beat the Hawkster? And then his witch doctor would be like, Namakunuka, Baka Baka. And that motherfucker used to be like, Ayabaka, slapping the stomach and shit. Gave a young nigga nightmares. Kamala is one of the scariest wrestlers ever. Let's check out that next pic. Undertaker and Paul Bearer. Undertaker was spooky himself. I mean, him with the hair and shit. Like he looking like a cockier version of the chick off the ring. Paul Bearer made it even worse, like after the match was done and how he used to talk before and after. He had the fat chin and shit with the little urn and shit. And, oh, my Undertaker. Like that motherfucker was straight out of a 80s horror film, man. So they had to be the scariest, you know what I'm saying, wrestler manager ever. And I had to do this for the people, but just know part 2 and part 3 coming. It's your boy Flex and Twine. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Facebook. Follow my drink page. Check out that website. It's your boy, the Flexer.
Chosen, neck, frozen, wrist, golden, expensive clothing, rims, poking, paint, lotion.